This is Heavy Conversation with Bruce and Jody, a podcast where we talk about being a big guy in today's world. I'm Bruce. And I'm Jody. Here we go.
Here we go.
All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Hey, Bruce.
Happy holidays, Jody.
Oh, he's pouring already.
Bad pour, but...
So this episode, we're going to be doing a holiday beer tasting and answering listener, reader, whatever questions.
That's right.
That we get on all of our different social media platforms, emailed to us, all that kind of stuff. Since you guys loved our, what was the last one
Halloween?
we did? The Halloween, like fall one we did. We're like, what the heck? We like to drink.
It was a Halloween beer tasting. Yeah, and we tried a lot of different
like
beers
fall type beers, yeah. So this one is kind of holiday winter beers and a couple other stragglers that I got from the Taver app. I order beer from there. They have amazing different beers from like all over the country that you can get. So it's kind of fun to order something new, something different that you can't normally get. And there's new beer featured pretty much every day that you can order, and you get however many you order. Then you get them delivered to your house.
I like that, especially if you're a beer enthusiast and you're in one specific area. You get those same kind of beers from the same places all the time.
It's like a flavor profile that you get in your regional area. So this is nice to get stuff from all over the country.
Definitely.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
do we want to crack a beer while we answer this first question?
Well, let's start with the actual more Christmassy one. Or holiday one. It's called Up on the Rooftop Holiday Ale by Rooftop Beer Company. So that's a fun one. Let me crack it.
What kind of beer
is this? Is a holiday ale.
Oh.
It's brewed with fresh ginger, orange zest, honey, and cinnamon sticks. A beautiful aromatic bouquet to remind you of all the fun and spice of the holiday season. And this is only a 6.3, so nice. We're going to start with not a crazy one.
We're starting easy.
Ugh. Oh, and this is from, I know I said, it's from Seattle, so not that far away from us, but still nice. Rooftop Brewing Company in Seattle.
Nice.
So we have a bunch of questions that we've sort of filtered throughout all of our different, like I said, all our media, and Bruce will pick one for us to try here.
Yes, we've kind of gone through and have looked at what people are asking, and they kind of run the spectrum. So let's see here.
And please continue to send us your questions. Sometimes we answer it just directly to the person, but sometimes we like to share some of the more common ones that we get or some of the more unusual ones.
Right.
I'm going to have a sip of this Up on the Rooftop.
Yes. Oh, nice. All right.
Oh, it's got
spicy.
It's got like a little spice, but not like hot spicy. Just like
I like that. All right.
Is this for the crew one over here?
Yes.
Yes.
Wait. Here we go.
Oh, this was for the other crew.
Yes. It's the holiday season, so we have lots of glasses. Well, B cups here for people to
try all of these.
Yes,
we're trying to share this time and not get quite so.
That's right.
In this holiday spirit.
Okay, so one of the first questions we're getting here is about finding big and tall snow gear.
Oh yes. Okay, I suppose it is the season.
Yes. So basically, where do I go to find big and tall snow gear?
So I'm trying to remember last year I already forgot what it was called. I just looked it up. Hold on one second. Oh, Next Adventure. It was a local place here in Portland, but they do have online that you can order through. But I got stuff out of their like discount basement, like I think it's like secondhand sort of stuff where you outgrow your gear. But they do have some big and tall like snow pants and coats and all that kind of stuff. So that was kind of a fun place to go to get, and boots and helmets, like snow or ski boots and helmets and all that kind of gear.
So a little bit of everything.
They
if
had,
you really
they had a little bit of everything there. I was looking specifically for like ski gear and stuff, so I went there.
Nice.
I do know that DXL has lots of big winter coats. They do have snow pants, Columbia snow pants. I think they're like Bugaboo.
Okay.
I think is the name of them, but we don't have them in my store anyways. But
you can get them on the website,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. There is a company called Minim, Minim, that I have talked to that actually sent me a few things that they make. And they started out as the CEO, the founder of the company, as a snowboarder. And he just wasn't finding gear that really worked for him. And so they go up to 3X. I have the 3X stuff, and I find it to be really roomy. Mm-hmm. So... Nate, who asked this question about snow gear, didn't specify sizing, but I really like the stuff that they sent to me, and I've actually I'm not going up on the mountain or skiing or snowboarding as of now, but I've been wearing it whenever I ride my bike because it's cold as hell here. Okay. So
cold as hell.
Yes. Yes.
It's not cold as hell here. Come on, you're from...
I've been here long enough. That's what happens is that once you
your
move
blood
from the Midwest...
thins out, I think, or whatever it is.
Yeah, like the first year on the West Coast after moving, it was like they had a heat wave, and I was like, this is nothing. It's amazing. And then they had like snow, and it shut down the city. And yeah. And it was just like, this is nothing, you know? But now I've been here long enough that when it's really hot, I'm like, oh, it's horrible. Or when it's cool outside now, it's like, oh my gosh, it's just so cold. So I've been wearing the Minim stuff when I ride my bike, and it's great. The Tech hoodie and the Trek pant are the two things that I'm wearing, and they're water resistant. They keep you very warm. They look really cool. Definitely recommended. If that's the kind of thing you're looking for. So it's also just easier to use. It's really functional. It's got the little thumb holes so you can put your...
Oh, in the sleeve?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So, I'm a big fan of what they put together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I said, DXL has tons of the coats. The Bugaboo is a very popular coat that I sell a lot of. But they have a couple, and they have boots and stuff like that too. So,
and if that's not the specific like style that you're going for, if you're not going like the Minim stuff that I'm talking about, it's minimalist inspired outdoor gear. It does have kind of that. You wouldn't look out of place if you're like snowboarding or something. Okay. But if that's not your thing and you feel like you want more of a like workwear kind of feel, there are certain places out there that do that. I know Carhartt goes up to like 5X. Yeah. Burn Workwear, they're an Indiana company that does workwear, and they've been doing it for like 100 years, long time. They go to size 8X and I believe 60 or 68 waist. Okay. And they have a bunch of different things that will keep you warm, run the spectrum depending on what you're looking for. So they don't do boots as far as I recall, but they do just about everything else. So it's worth a look there. BERNE direct.com. Mm-hmm. You can see what they have, and it might be a good fit.
Yeah, and you can get... I know I keep promoting DXL, but you can get Carhartt through the DXL website too.
There we go.
In big sizes too.
Yeah.
I just saw some Carhartt like those long sleeve like t-shirts, Henleys.
Oh yeah, the Henleys. Yeah.
Yeah. So I love those for winter stuff.
I still want the Carhartt work in progress stuff.
Oh God.
I know. I'll say it every time. Anytime
Make
Carhartt
it
comes
big
up,
and tall.
Please.
That stuff is so cool.
I would spend all my money. I love it. I love it so much. It looks so cool. Please.
Yes.
All right. So,
do we need to do another beer?
We do need to do. Yes.
I'm going to drink more of this.
Beer too.
I do like this up on the rooftop.
This is super gingery. Like the ginger is right up in your face. Up on the rooftop. Okay.
It doesn't hit you in the face, but it's all up in there.
Spiced honey. Every time I've had a beer that has honey, I never really get the honey. Like, and maybe it's just my unrefined palate is unable to taste the honey, but I don't get it. I never get it.
It's like a sweetness.
I guess,
and then it's either, if it's like clover or it depends on what the bees are feeding on. That gets that kind of flavor to the honey. So,
But I'm definitely getting the ginger. I get a little bit of the orange. Let's see.
woo, that was a big glass of
Yeah, and this is Rooftop Brew Co. And where are they?
Seattle.
Seattle.
Yeah,
Nice.
I know.
There
I
we
was like,
go.
oh, that one's close.
Yeah.
You
Awesome.
can get it from all over the country or just a few hundred miles away.
There we go. What's next?
All right. So the next one is called Santa Claw. The Claw from Westbrook Brewing Company.
I was really hoping you were going to say White Claw.
Like the White Claw.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Santa Claw. Yeah.
What flavor would that be?
That'd be like straight cinnamon or like
Cinnamon White
Yeah.
Claw.
I know. Fruitcake, you know. I know somebody has made a fruitcake beer. I know.
Oh, yeah. This one's from Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, the Westbrook Brewing Company.
South Carolina?
South Carolina,
Nice.
Mount Pleasant, South Carolina.
Okay.
We wish you a very pleasant wintertime holiday season full of whatever combination of family, blah, 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 blah. Okay, that doesn't tell us about the beer. So,
All right.
excuse me.
Happy holidays.
I know, I'm like, thank you. It's a hazy holiday India Pale Ale. I can't find information on dxl.com. Sorry. It's a 7% alcohol by volume. Santa Claus got a fun little crab on there.
Nice. Santa crab.
Santa Claus.
That feels like it would be like an East Coast like holiday tradition. Like, you know, if you go home for the holidays to the East Coast and you're having like, I don't know, crab cakes and I don't know, like a Maine kind of thing.
Yeah, the
You're
crab
eating-
boil.
Yeah, seafood for the holidays. I could get down with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever done one of those big crab boil things?
When I lived in St. Louis,
lobster
at Mardi Gras,
corn and all
they
that.
would do like
Gumbo.
yeah, all these big things outside. And in the French Quarter in St. Louis, they always have a big Mardi Gras. It's the second largest thing.
Oh, the crew's coming for this one.
Yep. And
Just saw the hand. The claw came around the corner there.
that's all you can see. Yep. And yeah, it was always good. I love that. So
Okay, this one's, it doesn't say much about it. Hazy, citrusy, piney, smooth, and another citrus.
ooh, I like that.
Santa Claw.
I like that. I don't know if I like how it. I don't like how it ends, but I like everything else.
It's very piney and Christmassy in the nose there.
Yeah, it's yeah. Westbrook Brewing. Yeah, okay. Santa Claw,
All right. It's a New England IPA.
Santa White Claw. All right. Let's see.
All right. And our question.
And our question is, well, I just had it.
I do like it, though.
Here we go.
It is a little bit piney, though.
All right. Lewis asks, what are the best running shoes if you are over 350 pounds?
Oh.
So this is this is an interesting one. What I've found with shoes is that they are very subjective for lots of different people.
Yeah, it is.
It is really one of those things. Like I started wearing a lot of Adidas shoes earlier this year, and I have a wide foot. I have a 4E width. Oh, wow. So if I find a shoe that actually is wide enough, I wear about a 10.5. But most shoes aren't made with extended width, so
yeah.
I wear about a 12 to compensate for that. The Adidas shoes that I've been wearing, the Ultra Boost, and
is that the one?
Yeah, and the Night Jogger. The Night Jogger in particular is not a running shoe. It is very specifically just like it's a fashion shoe, basically. A shoe that's supposed to look cool. It's a sneaker that you wear.
Yeah.
I guess to sneak. And that's it. But it's super wide. It fits really well. I love it. The Ultra Boost is a running shoe, and I feel like it fits great. I love the way it feels. It is good for like jogging, which I have done some jogging in the Ultra Boost.
Ultra Boost.
Yeah.
There's so many different.
So the Ultra Boost 19.
There's Alpha Bounce. There's like.
And they all do like different things, but.
That was Adidas.
Yes.
Okay.
So I like that one.
Okay.
And I'm clocking in around 320. So that's, that would be my my recommendation. I can also say that in the past I've had a lot of New Balance.
I was going to recommend New Balance. I sell a lot of New Balance for bigger guys that are more active.
And they do those extended
widths. Have the wide, extra wide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that Skechers.
I was going to say the New Balance 517 is the one that I normally...
Hey, nice. Yeah. Nice. Yeah.
And it's decently trendy looking. It's not like an old man shoe looking thing. So
right. And that's the problem.
Extra wide.
That's the problem, is that with a lot of these, if you're looking for a shoe that will accommodate either a wider foot or a heavier guy, you're looking at a lot of these like orthopedic looking, horrifying shoes. So there are some that are out there that are good. Skechers, like I said, is also, they do extended widths in some of their shoes. There are some good things out there that you can look at. That is something that I feel like, now that you've brought this up, Lewis, I need to do more research and actually write something for Chubster about this. So we're going to dig into this. Keep an eye on Chubster.com. We'll write something and put it up.
I don't know much about, there's another New Balance 490 V7 Roadrunner.
Oh,
that one's kind of
now. I do know that
looking.
Like Nike and Adidas do. That is, I like that. It's Nike and Adidas both do like large sizes. I know that, I think Nike goes to 20 for some of their shoes, and they're very specific.
Oh, like size 20.
Yeah, size 20. And that some of them, they do have some that are extended width.
Yeah,
but it's not, you're not finding everything. So if you're trying to find the coolest, latest shoe, we're still in that place where you're not going to find.
Yeah. Well, you can get wide or extra wide athletic shoes at DXL. I sell quite a bit of that. There's these Adidas ones are kind of fun. Energy Falcon running shoes.
Nice.
Yeah, so there's quite a few decent ones, but I would probably, from most of my experience, I recommend the New Balance.
Yeah. I would also say take a look at oddball.com. They go 13 and up is their size. Now I don't know what size shoe you're looking for, Lewis, but it's worth taking a look there to see what they have. They do shoes and socks, and I believe they do a couple other things, but
is there an Oddball downtown?
Oddball is based here in Portland.
Okay, I was like, wait, there's where we are. Yeah, I send people there that have a little bit more dramatic shoe. Issues.
So if you have a huge like Hulk-sized foot, then that is where you need to look.
Yeah,
because they're doing it right. So there's a place in Atlanta that's been around forever that I think they're also online that does really large shoes. Man, I can't remember the name of the company, but I know they outfit NFL players, NBA. I know that Shaq has shopped with them since he was young. So lots of places to look and see what you can find.
Yeah. Was it Lewis?
Lewis.
Thanks, Lewis.
Yes. All right.
I need to finish this beer before I can start talking about the next one.
Time for another one beer per question. It's like we need to give the history of shoes to give us enough time to drink these things. This is good. This is good.
I do like the White Claw, the Santa Claus Westbrook.
Yeah,
from Westbrook Brewing.
Yeah,
It's a fun little label there with
I like that.
A festive little crab guy.
I'll admit it does make me kind of want some crab. I want some seafood now.
Maybe we should do that after this.
Yes, we should.
Because I'm going to be hungry.
Yep.
Okay, the next one is not quite maybe as festive. It's called Berry Necessary. It's a blackberry, blueberry, strawberry, lactose sour ale.
Oh.
It says keep cold. I wonder how cold this is.
I'm ready for a sour. That'll be a palate cleanser.
I know, that's what I was thinking. Yeah. I'm like, I gotta try something new. Keep our island clean. Where is this from? Oh, New York. I was like, where is this from? I'm gonna have to look it up on the Untapped. So make sure you guys are following us on Untapped.
Yes.
We try to have all of our beers that we have been drinking. I'm going to have to look at the list. Bruce was saying that his wasn't updating, so I don't know if I need to do some.
Yeah, so there's a heavy conversation list, and it's on Untapped. For me, when I joined it earlier in the year, it didn't update, but
mine was because
Jody took my phone, pressed a button,
Did it update it actually? I don't know.
You know what? Let me take a look.
So Berry Necessary is Destination Unknown Beer Company. That's
It
kind
updated,
of
yes.
Oh, it did. Okay, cool.
Yep.
From Bay Shore, New York. Sour, tart, fruity, raspberry, and cherry. So there's not a lot of... No big story on this one, but I think this will be fun. Let's see what color it is. What color do you think? Is it going to be like a red?
I hope so. Yeah, but it's going to be like a red or like a pink, something like... Oh, yep. Looky there.
Got some red bubbles on there.
Yep. Where'd you say this was from?
Somewhere in New York.
Hey, nice.
Bay Shore, New York.
Bay Shore.
Ooh.
Oh, look at that.
A very red raspberry
That's
color.
a good-looking beer right there.
This one over
You
here.
can tell it's going to be sour.
It's really dark. Is this?
Yep, this one.
Oh, sorry.
Yep.
Get rid of that one.
Yeah, I know. Let me put this. Yep. All right. This one we need about half a glass.
Half a glass for the crew over here.
Yep.
Like,
We're celebrating the holidays with powerful beers.
oh, stop.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. There we go. Enjoy. I'm excited.
This
I
is a really
like
dark
sours.
cranberry color. So it is sort of festive. It's like cranberry.
That's stanky. That is
Stanky?
yeah. Ugh. Well,
I'm not getting the yuck.
maybe it's a combination of beers and my. Well, I mean, you had the same beers, so I don't know.
Wow, that is really
I
sour.
like that. Yes. Palate cleanser.
Woo! Really get you on the sides.
Ooh. Yep. That is, man. Wow. Blackberry, blueberry, strawberry. It's the lactose.
Yeah.
Does it every time.
5.4 alcohol by volume.
Wow.
Ooh, Destination Unknown Beer Company. Way to go.
I like that. Yeah, that's good. It's good. Kind of makes me want turkey.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're after Thanksgiving, and
I still have cranberry sauce in my fridge that
you?
I'm like, we need to have more turkey so I can eat this cranberry sauce.
so we did 2 turkeys.
Oh boy.
So we did one that was a normal traditional turkey.
Your Cajun something. How did that turn out? I totally didn't.
Yeah, so we did the Cajun injection, put the whole thing together, did the whole deal, and we had room in the oven for 1 turkey. So we got a roaster, like the roasting pan, and put it in there. It took forever. So by the time my turkey was done, we had already eaten off of the first turkey and everything else, and everybody was full and like ready to die from all the food they ate. So by the time mine was done, my wife was like, "Okay, it's ready. You got to try some." And I was like, "Oh, you don't want to by then." But I tried it.
You don't want to. I had so many plates.
Oh, I was so like, I just felt so sick and just like, ugh. All of our leftovers are gone, but
How did it turn out?
everybody, it was great. It wasn't too spicy. It was flavorful. We sent everybody home with leftovers, and it worked out. So,
Awesome.
yeah, I was very happy with the turnout, and it was good. We hedged our bets to make sure that it wasn't going to be too spicy because it's kind of a tradition for me to make this turkey.
Yeah.
And
You got to keep it going.
I've made it super spicy in the past, so I had to take a little time off. I had a year or 2 where I was not allowed the Cajun injection. So we brought it back. It was good, and now I want turkey.
Yeah.
So, yes.
All right. So we have another question.
We do, and this is one of my favorite kinds of questions because it's a little snarky.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Okay, this comes from Dakota. Not the place.
Not the Dakotas.
The person.
Okay.
Yep. And this snarky question is, I was just wondering why clothes for big guys generally suck and why there are so many pockets everywhere.
So many.
Can you point to a brand or store that sells quality, I guess, young men's big and tall clothing with as few pockets as humanly possible? So yes, I can. And thank you for the question, Dakota.
Pockets.
So first and foremost, I would say if you're looking for young men's clothing and you want big and tall young men's clothing, you need to look at ASOS. Through Chubster, we get a lot of traffic and a lot of sales from our partnerships with ASOS. People want that fast fashion. They want that kind of modern style. That is my guess is going to be that that's what you're looking for. And they have a little bit of everything. be aware that the sizing runs the spectrum. For me, wearing ASOS, I wear everything from an XL to a 6X, depending on
because they carry
what it is.
They carry different brands
Right.
in their store.
It's not just ASOS brand stuff.
Yeah.
It's other things.
They have other
that they carry.
collections. Yeah.
So it's really important that you know your size, that you have your measurements, and base it off of that. That said, I mean, the prices are hard to beat. Mm-hmm. If you're looking for something like that, that's the way to do it. So I would definitely recommend ASOS, River Island, Boohoo. Those are all like, you know, the UK fast fashion kind of sites that also cater to the US audience. So
a lot of some of the fun stuff at DXL, there's a PX brand, which is really trendy, young men's sort of stuff.
yeah.
We sell tons of it at my location. There's a lot of it I really love.
Yeah.
We have a lot of Lucky and like Lacoste and all that kind of stuff. But I think that PX is really
the PX
sort of
is really
trendy.
cool. Yeah. I think I have a sweater from PX that I got a couple years ago that I still wear. That's just this kind of cool, like
Just
neck.
different.
Yeah,
they're just a
it's
little
unique.
different. Yeah, they got some.
I like that. Yeah. So that's
And I was like,
worth it.
I'm like, there's no pockets.
Right.
And I'm like,
I know. I'm trying to think of like, is there a spandex onesie that we can recommend for
no pockets.
Dakota? Yeah.
There's plenty of stuff out there. But you do have to look. But once you find something, I think there's like you said, ASOS does a lot of stuff, and DXL has a lot of stuff in their stores. You just got to kind of look around on their sites and find stuff that works for you and try it out.
And that's really the thing, is that we're still at this point where you have to be willing, and I think this goes for anybody of any size. You have to be willing to go to a lot of different places to find things that maybe fit your style and your preferences. So check those places out, see what you think, and go from there.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks, Dakota.
Yes.
I do want to give a shout out. I had a listener come into my store. His name is Zane, so I just wanted to give him a shout out from Portland.
Zane.
He loves our podcast, and he didn't know that he remembered later that I had said that I worked at DXL, but he was like, I recognize that voice, but I didn't know why at first.
Nice.
And then so hey, Zane.
Hello,
Zane. Thanks for listening.
Yes.
Appreciate that.
Absolutely.
It's always still weird when people come up to me and they're like, I listen to your podcast all the time, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I get all embarrassed and shy.
So I, on Black Friday, I decided that it would be good to go to a store. You know? So I do this once a year. I go to one place, just, I'll pick a store and say, okay, I'm going to do this. So last year I decided to go to Best Buy to...
That was the sour
beer,
end of that one.
The sourest beer ever. Jody just convulsed. I took my then 8-year-old to Best Buy for 2.5 hours to get an Apple HomePod. Which
that was last year.
Yeah. I don't recommend that. Don't do that. This year, I decided to go to the video game store because I wanted to trade some things in.
Yeah.
So I decided to trade things in, and I took the kids with me, and we waited in a long line. But as we were leaving the house, my daughter, my 6-year-old, found some Chubster stickers. She's like, can I have a sticker? And I was like, no, those are for business. And then I realized that I was telling a 6-year-old she couldn't have a sticker. So I gave her the sticker, and she put it on her shirt. And we went in, and we were there for about an hour in the line and everything. When we get to the front, and she's wearing it, and the manager at the store is like, where'd you get that sticker? And she's like, oh, my dad works in Chubster. And the lady turns to me and she's like, you work there? I was like, yeah, that's my website. She's like, oh, I know all about it. Just weird. Weird. Yeah. It's like one of those things that only in Portland.
We put it out to the world, but we don't expect the world to see it.
Yeah, right. You never know. You never know. But it's good. And so if you're listening, thank you for listening.
And please say hello.
Yes.
We're not like some movie stars or some whatever.
Totally.
At least I'm not.
You're not. Well, I totally am.
I'm like,
right.
Oh my God, thank you.
Hollywood Sturgill.
Yeah.
No, we love to hear from you, and if you're listening to the podcast, thank you. And
I give autographs. It's fine.
That's right. Only $5 an autograph. Yep. Yeah, it's a steal. So yeah. All right. What beer are we doing next?
We are doing Kid in a Candy Store.
All right.
This is another milk stout. It's kind of my preference of beers. Is it Weldworks Brewing? I think. Yes, Weldworks. Kid in a Candy Store. From Colorado. Greeley? I'm not sure. I apologize.
Greeley, Colorado. Yeah, absolutely.
Right? Okay.
That's right. That's right.
Peanuts, caramel, milk chocolate, nougat, and milk sugar.
This sounds amazing. This is like,
it's like a Snickers bar.
This is like everything I want in a beer and in a snack. It's all together.
Kid in a Candy Store.
Yep. Okay.
Whew, that sour is still. Oh,
it's sticking with you.
Oh yeah.
See, that's good. That's good because you are more partial to the heavier, darker beers, and I'm more partial to the others. So, yeah.
Oh, it's very dark.
Oh my gosh, it is very dark. I didn't expect that. All right. Here we go. Yep. Yep.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
You finished that last little bit. It was sour, huh?
There we go. I know. This is good. These tastings, I'm liking it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna like the nap. After.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, here you go.
Oh,
all right.
I'm getting a phone call. Stop.
Oh, you are.
Stop it.
All right.
I'm doing things. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm trying to look this up. Kid in a Candy Store.
It smells chocolatey.
Nougaty.
Is that, yes, the smell of nougat.
Okay.
Whoa.
So it's a 7.5 alcohol.
Oh, this is phenomenal.
Keep your hand out of the candy jar, it says. And wrap it around one of these Snickers-inspired brews instead. Brewed with peanuts, caramel, milk chocolate,
totally
nougat.
Snickers.
It's everything you've imagining it would be, with decadent caramel, gently layered into smooth milk chocolate notes, while soft nougat contributes to an incredible, almost fluffy mouthfeel. God, I gotta stop reading.
This could be one of the greatest beers I've ever enjoyed.
It smells amazing.
It's liquid Snickers. This is amazing.
I better start ordering some more of these. A hint of roasted peanut is what really drives home the likeness, and it's this ode to one of the most classic treats.
Weldworks. Yes, Greeley, Colorado. That's right. Man.
Thank you.
They're like...
It's like they just like pureed or juiced a Snickers bar.
Colorado does some really good beers, and it's funny because they're like the most fit... Like,
God, the smell of it just it's like
in the country or something. It's something crazy like that.
they're fit because they're
up high. There's something with that. Yeah. I haven't been to Colorado since like 2005, but I remember trying to walk up Red Rocks, the amphitheater, and like me and my buddy were dying, and he was he's a very fit dude, and then there was me, and we're both just like, oh my god, this is it, we're done.
That is delicious.
This is great. Good beer. Good altitude. Thank you, Colorado.
I might have to have my cousin go get some more.
For real, that's super impressive. All right,
Caitlin, go get me some more of this.
Okay. All right, we have a new question.
Okay.
This one comes from Amir. A-M-A-R.
Whatever. Yeah.
Yes, who says, I've been a long time fan. I have been having problems finding a good pair of big and tall twill joggers. 54 in waist. Basically any jogger that will... Okay, I'm just going to fill this in here. Or any jogger that pairs with an awesome pair of sneakers, but are not athletic joggers. I want the ability to match a nice button-up shirt with joggers to show off my sneakers. Got any advice or product choices? And then recommends that we dig into this deeper, which I'm adding it to the list of things that we need to cover on Chubster.
Okay.
Here's what I'll say first off the top is that there is an Australian company called Johnny Big. Johnny, B-I-G-G. They just launched a U.S. site at the beginning of December. And they actually sent over a few different things, and joggers are in that bunch of things. And the joggers, I think, fit this bill. So super impressed with the clothing. It's got a real modern feel. It is the kind of stuff that we've been asking for years that, we don't always get, or we get bits and pieces of. I think Johnny Big is really trying to do that. It's kind of I feel like it's sort of the middle between like an ASOS and a DXL, So I would say look at johnnybig.com, which I believe is the US site. The Australian site you can also buy from them, and they ship to the US. But if the US site is live, it's johnnybig.com. If the US site is not live, it's johnnybig.aus. Yeah, dot whatever the Australian thing is. Good luck.
I think it is.
I'm sure that's how they do their marketing, right? Whatever the Australian thing is. Good luck. Yeah, it's like
apologies after all these beers.
Yeah, is it .co.au? Is that doesn't feel right?
No, I think it's just AU.
All right. Well, I am looking at my phone, so I guess I could look and see if Johnny Big is.
DXL does have a few non-athletic joggers. I know Polo Ralph Lauren has a couple different, more twill joggers. I think they're mostly camo right now. I know PX, but they're more like almost sweatpant type material, so that's more athletic.
Something
but I'm trying to when he was saying with a nice button up.
Yeah, something else
that kind of threw me off a little bit.
Another thing that I would say is yes, I get the jogger thing, but I also think that if you got I got a pair of Polo Ralph Lauren kind of camo sort of pants from DXL that are shorter, that actually kind of they feel similar to a jogger that really fit well with that kind of vibe. They don't really work as well with a button down.
I know,
but I think about like a t-shirt with something like that, because if you're going to do something along those lines,
yeah, you can do a nice t-shirt, or some sort of.
I guess it depends on the pattern. Yeah, so the johnnybig.com site is live, so you can take a look, and they've got a bunch of really cool stuff, and I would definitely recommend looking at what they have, not just because of the variety, but they also have a lot of really cool models. Like, they put a lot of thought into this and did it right. And
nope, not that.
We've been kind of working with them through Chubster for a little bit, so super excited for what they're doing, and check it out.
All right.
And it might just be exactly what you're looking for.
And who that was? Oh yeah, we don't remember what the
johnnybig.com.
Oh, Johnny Big.
Yes, BIGG JOHNNYBIGG.com.
All right.
And they you can shop big or you can shop tall, which is nice. So if you're tall out there, you get the love. If you're big, you get the love too. If you're both, well, congratulations. So they also do shoes and all that kind of good stuff.
Well,
so
thank you, Johnny Big.
Yeah.
Should send me a couple things to try. I want to try some of this.
Agreed. All right. Well, this beer, like liquid Snickers, I am down.
I'm in love with this.
Yeah, this is amazing. I'm like, what if you could pour this over like ice cream or something? It'd be phenomenal.
Float kind of thing. A Snickers float. We're giving you ideas. They're Weldworks Brewing. I don't know. Is that some sort of train in their logo? I don't know.
Yeah, that is a train, or you know what? It's a keg that's like a train.
Oh, I get it. I know.
It's a flying keg. You don't want to be in front of that.
I was like, what is that? That is an amazing beer.
Yep, I like that.
All right.
Whew. Yes.
Are we continuing?
We are. It's time for the next beer. I know. We're close. We're close to the end, folks. We're making our way there. So
now we're on to Unicorn Dust.
Unicorn Dust.
I don't know. It sounded
fun. Magically Smooth Ale. Let's see here.
Ale. It says
it says Magically Smooth Ale with an explosion of rainbow mosaic hop aroma. Nice. San Francisco. Bearbottle.com. Bear Bottle Brew Company. Yep. I always think of Anchor Brewing when I think of San Francisco.
Yeah.
It's when I lived in the Bay Area. I've been a fan of Anchor for years and years, and they do a great, a great and terrible Christmas beer. It depends on the year. Each year it's different, but I am a big fan of what they do. But there are many breweries in San Francisco, and this is one I've never heard of.
This is Bare, B-A-R-E.
Yes.
There's so many.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Oh.
They don't want you to open it. It has all kinds of interesting stats on the back there. What is that? All the specifics on
Vitals.
Huh.
I don't know what any of that. Oh, the grains, wow. The yeast, the hops. That's a lot of information
Yes.
that I'm not going to read.
Well, for those like beer nerds that really want that.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't understand all that.
Yeah.
It's said that unicorns had special powers to make water drinkable.
Yes.
And we absolutely agree. Unicorn dust is it's smooth, it says. Brewed with rainbow mosaic hops, giving notes of peach, blueberry, tangerine, and papaya. 6.5 ABV. I know.
Interesting.
So this is another maybe non-seasonal beer, but magically smooth ale with an explosion of... Oh, yeah, you read that. I love that.
I know.
Excuse me. I sometimes I just like fun names of beers, too, and I'm like...
Oh, yeah, totally. For me, so much of it is like the label.
Yeah,
and,
I'm going to judge the book by the cover.
Totally.
I don't know. There's still a bunch of that sour left if anyone wants some more. Not a bunch. There's still some.
Oh, yeah. This may be an after podcast.
With that turkey we're going to get.
Yeah, I know. I wish there was a turkey cooking right now. All right. Here we go.
All right.
We got one more to fill in. Then I have a whopper of a question.
Okay. Yeah. You can start reading and I'll pour.
Okay. All right. This question comes from Brandon.
Hey, Brandon.
Brandon says, let me start with the thank you. When I found Heavy Conversation, I started to get more comfortable about being a short, chubby guy.
Excellent.
So I write this with a few questions. Now, this is long, so I'm going to try to edit as we go along. Okay. First, is it okay to use the term bear when you're straight? For all reasons, I'm chubby, hairy, and masculine, and fit all the definitions of what a bear is, except the gay portion.
Okay.
I look at all these proud bears, and I wonder why I couldn't call myself a bear or buy bear clothes. I recently ran into this trying to find a pair of swim shorts. The big paw on the back and the clothing associated with that culture fit me well. I was recently talking with my wife, and she said, well, wear what you want. I agree, but I mainly feel that if I do, I don't want to take away from what the LGBT community has fought for. My second question is, in your podcast and articles, you've always talked about being body positive. How can I get involved? How can I show others that it's okay to be short, chubby, and cool? I'm pretty sure that you get tons of questions, and I hope you can continue what you're doing, as it's made me more comfortable in who I am. First, I think we'd say thank you for the question.
That's an amazing question.
Yeah, and the kind words. Mm-hmm. Do you want me to kind of recap here? And
I mean, I think it's self-explanatory. Yeah,
sure.
I mean, for me, I think the whole this beer. Do we want to just
start with this before we dive in here?
Yeah, I like this. It's
Unicorn Dust IPA. After the Snickers beer, I'm like, everything's downhill from here. This is good though. Mm-hmm. I do like this. It's an IPA, and we haven't had an IPA in this yet. So, yeah.
Well, there was that hazy one.
Oh, that was an IPA?
Hazy Holiday India Pale Ale.
Oh, okay. We have had an IPA in this one.
You already forgot.
We've had so many beers. The beer tastings, you just never know.
The Unicorn Dust IPA is amazing.
Okay.
I do have there's that papaya. I think that's a papaya.
Grapefruity for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
that uniqueness that I was...
Is that an orange on the cover there? Because that sure tastes like a grapefruit.
There's oranges and blueberries. And there's a papaya and a peach on there.
Though I'm not getting any peach, but I get...
citrusy, tropical.
Yes.
Yeah, that's really good.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, thank you, San Francisco.
Yes, Bear Bottle
Bottle Brew Co.
Yes.
Bare.
Yes.
Don't get confused.
Don't get confused. All right.
All right. So straight men identifying as a bear, I think, is fine. Like, I think the whole, when you go back into like the bear culture, where it started is being more inclusive. The bear community started feeling as outcasts in the gay community as a whole, where, you know, the chiseled bodies, the really skinny guys, that was sort of the only image of what it was to be gay. So the bigger guys sort of, you know, put their arms around everyone else.
Okay.
You know, bigger, hairy, you know, small and hairy, whatever it was.
Right.
I think we've talked a little bit about the, you know, menagerie of different animals, the bears, the otters, the cubs,
right,
that kind of thing. So I think even straight guys can be self-identified as being a bear. It doesn't necessarily mean your sexuality. It's just how you identify as a person. So what was his name? I'm sorry, I forgot.
His name is Brandon.
Brandon, please, you are a bear if you feel like you're a bear. That's my sort of feeling on it. You identify how you want to identify. If that's how you feel, then that's what you are.
Awesome.
I think that, yeah, if we're making you feel more comfortable and that's who you want to be, then that's, yeah, definitely buy like Bearskin. That's my underwear company. We're not a gay bear underwear company.
Right.
We're an underwear company for big guys. So however you identify, as long as the underwear fits you, that's who it's for, you know?
That's awesome.
And I think the swimwear that has the paw on it, if you like it, wear it. That's who it's for. Like, it's not for specifically gay men or whatever.
That's perfect.
That's my opinion on that sort of thing.
I think that's great.
Yeah.
The second part of the question was about how can I get involved, and I would say, as far as getting involved, what you need to do is find, if you want to get involved, comment, interact, find where you fit and what feels good for you. So for me, it was writing articles, and it was sharing people's stories, and putting out photos of things that I found that I like to wear, and talking about other people's experiences and doing all of that. So, you know, you can do something as simple as going to Instagram, starting a blog or an Instagram page and just throwing out photos, or you can start a blog and put things out that way. There are so many different things that you can do, just kind of depending on what you want. You kind of need to find your thing that, number one, that you want to do that brings you joy, because if you're going to do it and you want to keep doing it long term.
Yeah. It depends on what you feel comfortable doing.
Totally. And really just like, if that's not your thing, be a supporter, comment on things that other people are doing, talk about that stuff, share, and kind of be involved.
And I would even say maybe call out your friends in your community for some language that they might be using against big people or body positive things that are going on. Just say, hey, you know, that's not okay.
Right.
The things that those negative things that you're saying, that is always a support. And maybe Bearskin will even reach out to you and have you model for us. Maybe we'll try and reach out to you and try and get your info.
There you go. So there are some options there. And again, thank you for listening to the podcast, and hopefully that pushes you in the right direction.
Yes, go buy those swimwear if you like them.
Yes.
Listen to your wife.
Agreed.
Whew. One more beer.
I know. We're like running the gauntlet.
And we're done.
The beer gauntlet. Yep. All right. So
had to finish that one.
Yeah.
Whew, unicorn dust.
I know. Right. I know. Intense.
So this one is a s'mores inspired pastry stout with marshmallows, graham crackers, cocoa nibs, vanilla, and honey.
And what is it called? Is it ESB?
FSB 2019.
F.
That's an F, I believe.
It is an F. Yeah, I was thinking ESB, like extra special beer. Maybe it's effing special beer. I know. I'm like, why am I not cursing? I curse all the time. Why?
FSB.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, 2018. Whoops. Not that one. I want 2019. Oh.
FSB. Ooh. Oh, you're
Fair State Brewing Cooperative.
You are ending the podcast on a
crazy
high
one?
note. It's a 13.8. I know.
Woo.
Yep.
13.
I know.
Ooh, this is from Minneapolis. That's why I got it.
Hey.
Fair State Brewing Cooperative. Collaboration Breweries, Forger Brewery. It's a brew pub in Rochester. Is that the one? I don't know.
Is it known as the Fair State, or is that just a thing that they're...
It's like the Minnesota State Fair, I think. Ooh,
oh, I see. Ooh,
wow.
that's dark.
That's even darker than the Snickers.
Dark as my soul. Yes. I know.
Wow.
That is darker than the Snickers. Yes.
I'm scared of this one.
I know.
That looks like oil.
I'm ready. Man, we're gonna have to start having food here when we do these.
Yeah, we need she's like just a sip.
Yep, just a sip. That means half.
Oil can.
Let's do this. Yep.
You're getting at least that much.
That's right. That's right. That's like a shot's worth right there, right?
That literally looks like crude oil.
It does. It does. This is. Oh,
my sniffer is getting.
It smells heavy, sweet.
I'm trying to find the right. There's a lot of Fair State Brewing Cooperative.
Oh, sweet mother of mercy. That's
s'mores inspired imperial stout. Yeah, sweet, smooth, chocolate, boozy.
It is definitely boozy. I get a little bit of the s'mores for sure.
This says a 25 IBU though.
It's a good mix. It's a good mix of like punch you in the face and give you s'mores. So
okay,
it's kind of it's no Snickers beer, but it is a good s'mores beer, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
wow, that's boozy.
I like that. Yep. All right.
Thank you, Fair State Brewing Cooperative.
Yes, and our question comes from P. Porges. Yes, who says, I am looking to get a custom jacket/coat made for me. Please advise if you do that, and if yes, how I go about it. So number one, we do not do that.
I was like, we don't do that.
I'm happy. If you want to give me money, I'm happy.
I'll make it work.
I will absolutely try to make somebody a custom jacket or coat if they want to give me money.
It'll be the most custom thing you've ever seen.
Yes.
So are they?
Horrifying.
It just says custom coat or jacket.
They're looking for a custom jacket or coat.
Like a suit coat. Or just okay.
They don't say. Okay, so my first.
I have questions.
Yeah. My first recommendation would be, if you're looking for a custom jacket or coat, take a look at what Indochino has to offer. Indochino has been around for a long time, about a decade, and they do custom fit clothing that goes to just about any size. Now, they have showrooms across the country, and in their showrooms, they can only do up to a certain size because they have these... they're basically like sample sizes that go up to, I want to say, 54, so somewhere up there. But if you're a bigger person and you want to order from them, if you order online, they can do any size. You actually put in your measurements on the site. They walk you through that process. You can get coats, you can get jackets, you can do blazers, you can do whole suits, I believe shirts and pants. They have all that stuff, and it's all custom made. And like I said, I've known about Indochino for a long time, and I've worked with them in a few different ways through Chubster, and they do some really awesome stuff. The first good suit that I ever had came from Indochino, and it was like, before that, I had my dad's hand-me-down suit, that was like, here you go. This is a big old boxy suit from the 80s.
Yeah.
And so my first good suit was from them. My first bad suit was from them because I didn't know how to measure myself.
Did this person say what size they were or anything?
They did not.
Okay.
But my first suit from them that I got was actually, I did the measurements wrong, and so the jacket was like right under my breasts, so it was like a founding father's jacket, Oh,
I think I remember you telling me about
the George Washington,
the really short.
Yeah.
How would why would they even send that out?
I don't know.
I would have I have to make a phone call on this.
So what I ended up doing was actually the next suit that I did was a suit with one of their pros who actually knows the stuff. This dude came in and he's like...
Did you go to the showroom?
I did. I lived in the Bay Area at the time, so I went to San Francisco and I went to their they had a pop-up then. Yeah. And I went in and this dude was like immaculately dressed and he had these sunglasses on and he came up and he just like looks at me and he starts doing the sizes. And he got me this blue suit and it was phenomenal. I still have it somewhere. It was just
with your menagerie of suits.
Yes, with all of my, it's funny, you joke, but I know
you have a lot of them.
and I feel like if I wore suits, I'd be set. If I wore suits on a regular basis,
you should be wearing a suit right now, Bruce.
I know I should, because I have like 12 suits. I have enough suits to keep me going through almost half a month. So,
you just rotate it with some shirt and tie options.
Yes,
a good suit is amazing.
Absolutely.
I have a couple suits that I've gotten from DXL, not custom, but I've gotten them, altered and tweaked to make them.
Getting a suit altered is such a big thing. It's especially when you're a big guy. Anybody, I think.
Yeah.
If you go in and get a suit off the rack,
it's rare that you can be perfect off the rack. Like you can be good off the rack.
Yeah.
And like so many guys I have come in and they get them. They're like, I have this event tonight or tomorrow. Yeah. And I'm like, okay.
And you're like, let me get the scissors.
I'm like, okay. Right. And you get it as good as you can. And then.
Right.
But if you have some time, you can get them
You have
altered.
to plan ahead. You have to think about.
Yeah. Give us some time to do some alterations.
Totally.
And that's always an option. You can do alterations on existing off the rack stuff, but getting a custom suit, I think every guy should have at least one.
And I feel like that is kind of a best kept secret about DXL, is that you can take anything in there.
Oh yeah, you can take. Yeah. We do alterations on garments that are not purchased through DXL. So.
And that's one of the things that's really cool about DXL, is that not only will they take whatever you've got, but you're taking it to a place that specializes in clothing for bigger people. Yeah. So if you've got
the tailors
DXL,
know big bodies.
Totally.
You can set up an appointment and get things fit. But pretty much everyone will know how to do the basic measurements for you and get basic alterations done.
Right.
So, yeah, it's pretty cool.
Jody, we've done it.
We survived.
I can't believe
Even though I have a little bit more beer in this glass.
My bladder is on fire. It's like, it's time. Woo. It's time.
Well, I want to thank everyone for coming along on this beer journey with us. I hope you enjoyed some of it. And I hope you are able to, in your local areas, we have Minneapolis and Colorado and New York and different areas. Go out and support your local craft brewers.
Please. There are not enough craft brewers out there that are getting love. So
and doing more Snickers beer.
Yeah, please. That's amazing. That is like that's the winner of the episode. I know. I was gonna say
the winner is the Weldworks Brewing from this was Colorado, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't this?
Yeah, I would say for me my two highlights are the Snickers beer, and I really like that sour. That sour was like it was like a kick to the face, but man, sometimes that's just what you need. Mm-hmm. You just need a kick to the face.
You definitely do.
So
thank you, Bruce.
Thank you, Jody.
It was a pleasure. It's fun.
Enjoy the rest of your holiday.
Oh,
I know.
I'm gonna need a nap after this, though.
A nap, a steak, something.
Yes. I know. Thanks, everyone. Follow us on all of our social media and follow us along on our Untapped list. You can follow all these beers and see our ratings.
Yes, and give us beer recommendations, please.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to Heavy Conversation. Be sure to like and subscribe on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts.